Hello, hello. Um, we are playing Satisfactory. I probably should get the game open, actually. Um, as usual, even though I didn't do it yesterday, I want to start with a quick chess match. We'll do 5 minutes, not three. 5 minutes this time. Keep it a little shorter. Uh oh. Steam just covered the screen. Oh boy. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that was a thing. Oh well. Uh, wow, that was turned around very quickly. Huh. And you can hear Satisfactory in the background. We're just gonna play that intro. Um, that's fine. That's exactly what I was intending on. Okay, so if you go there, that is a problem. Except my queen can attack. If you go there, nothing can attack. So, I'm gonna move based on what's most likely to happen. Or you could go back up and attack the pawn. Checks out. I'll advance my pawns forward. That's probably a bad idea. I probably should have just pushed it forward, if I'm being honest. I think I'm gonna push you forward. Aha, I see. Okay. And push my pawns forward. I think the best thing I could go for at this point is a stalemate. I'm not gonna lie. I'll move you here. You'll go back, I guess? Ah, that's kind of problematic, isn't it? Okay, let's push you forward. So if you do take, I take. And then if you take, I take. But I'm not giving up my rook that easily. Not without taking your rook too. I mean, I suppose. I actually think they have mate in two. If I'm correct. But I don't think I'll go over it just yet. I could potentially take their chance at mate in two now. I don't think I did, but if I forced this out of the way, I did. Okay. I don't think you have mate in two anymore. It's a weird way to go about things. I'm gonna try to go for a very obvious, I want to say, thing. I need this pawn out of... That's fine, I guess. Yeah, you're dangerous on that. That pawn is dangerous. If I push you up, what will you do then? Okay. Fair enough. Um... Hmm. Fair trade, I guess. I can convince you to push me into stalemate. Oh. Hang on, that's checkmate? Where? Oh. I couldn't move. And I can't attack the queen. Also couldn't push there. Okay, I see. Game review. I don't think that was such a good job if they were winning that whole game. Apparently my middle game had a very high accuracy. And then I went back down end game. Let's see. Oh wait, I can just... That's a book move. Yeah, I didn't think about that. It's definitely something I should have thought about, but I did not. Okay. So far, most of those are good. Some of them are inaccuracies. There was better ways to do it. Yeah. What? Okay. I'll have to see what they mean by that. Um... Pretty sure it was... Hang on. Here. No. No, it was definitely before that. Okay. It was here. I did that, but they suggested moving, so I go to this. They suggested moving that up to there, which would force this to move. And then I could have captured that, yeah. And that would have been a great move. And there's not much they could have done about that. And their next move was, yeah. If I go based on that, they would have done G4, which they probably wouldn't have done because there's just too much in the way. Interesting. Okay. So that does it for the chess review. I definitely could have done better on that. Not as satisfactory. And that's a great thing to come back to. A fuse shutting down. It probably is this one. No, I paused production on that. We have copper. Iron is still going strong. I have a good feeling it's concrete. Yeah, concrete. That's fine, I guess. What I need now is to build the space elevator. And I think I'll build it up here. Sort of nearby the the hard drive, I guess. Or maybe I get my chainsaw out, take down some of the stuff around here. And this might be a good spot for the space station. Right about here, I think. Oh. I was wandering. Let's say I threw this into the ground here. And then, oh hi. Throw that right there. And I'm missing sheets. That's fine. I'll head over here where I can fix that problem, hopefully. Yes, I can. Easily. Head back up here. And later I'll configure this to have beams and stuff of that sort. I think I want this to go out 4? Or do I want it to go 7 to the side? I think I do. I know one side is 6, one side is 7. Suppose there still is enough of that. I'm gonna go to the lookout tower real quickly. I think I still need enough plates. Space elevator. Okay, I need more concrete plates and pipes. Also, I guess it's 7 by 7 for whatever reason. I thought it wasn't. Let's get that there. see how much concrete is in the system and potentially get more. I think I need 500 concrete. And I definitely don't have enough. I don't have overclocking unlocked just yet. I really should get it unlocked. For now, though, I'll throw 50 of those in there. And so I'll go to the MAM Research Center. Wait. Okay, yeah, that works. I forgot if I pulled the switch to power it again. So now let's head over here. Not there, that's my temporary storage, I guess.
This semi-slug, now dubbed Power Slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location. Power slugs extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static.
Neat. And I just have to make a power shard real quick. What was it that this did? This unlocks overclocking. So I can't actually overclock without using a power core.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking
Cool.
is also possible. Note, power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially.
Which means it should also decrease. And it looks like this is full on this side. And I'm going to assume I know what farm went out. There's 30% of the rods I need. Oh. You're right. I never actually turned that off. I'm so sorry. My bad for that. It is now unsatisfactory. Okay, if I split this into 5, that's 10 for each one. That will last me 2 minutes. That's not a good thing. Almost 3 minutes with 11 in there. There we go. That's back up and running. 97 reinforced plates in each one. That's pretty good. Rotors. I have a good feeling this will be the bottleneck. Never mind. I think that's doing good. Head up here. I think I should actually head around this way. What I was working on before I changed it, most of these factories were from last stream. I was setting up a location for the space elevator, and I had this guy following me around. But I never actually built the space elevator because, resources. I'm gonna head over here real quick. And I suppose craft up biomass. Not enough space in inventory. Just chuck that in there. And then I should have enough space in inventory. There we go. And then I just turn this on. Nice. Oh, and now this is actually producing 60 per minute. Okay, what else do I need? Nothing, just concrete plates and rods. Head over here. And I suppose I'll throw whatever I'm not using away. That should be fine. Other stuff in my inventory is researchable contents. Mostly. That works for now.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe.
Oh, nice.
New Caterium research available.
We're gonna take that, and that would be... I can guarantee it was the other one. Can I get 100 so I can split 20 in there? And that should get one, yeah. It's either my concrete or the one that I only put 10 in each to give me 2 minutes. Actually, if it is, I don't think I need to turn it back on just yet. So I now have a map. Oh. So the starter field is down here. Which must mean Northern Forest is up here to the north. And I have to get through the Red Forest first. That annoying stuff. Yeah. Meaning this area is completely surrounded by the red forest. That checks out. There's the 250 of those I need. There's the 400 of those I need. I guess I'll take the screws. I will leave that turned off for the time being. And I need concrete. I need 500 concrete. I actually don't feel like setting up more power, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna chuck one of these here and then just manually craft it. $20 per minute is kind of bad, but it's fine. $20 of those per minute is enough for almost 7 of these per minute. And while that's making 7 of these per minute, this will be making, I want to say 15 of these per minute, but it's only running at 66%. Yeah. There we go. Or I could figure out exactly what I want. Okay, yeah. That's what it wants me to throw it at. Now this has taken the exact amount from the machine. Take that and turn this into more concrete. I think this is one of the first ones I upgrade. You're only consuming 7, but you can use 30. So I'm gonna take an assembler, connect you up, and while I'm waiting, 50 of you are gonna go in there, and I'm gonna start the smart plating that I need. Because, it's mostly the waiting game. It's kind of end game for phase 1. If phase 1 were like the only thing to worry about. There's one right there. This produces one every 30 seconds, so in about 25 minutes that'll be complete. I suppose I'll take this. I'll chuck one of... Whoops. I'll chuck one of those in there. Make the concrete with 12. And then I think I'll let both of those do their thing and potentially explore around just a little bit. I need 80 of these, so we're looking at maybe 8 minutes of a wait. Maybe I use that time to collect biofuel and refuel all the systems. Shouldn't be too hard. I look at the system up here. Looks like that's just about out of biofuel. And this isn't burning any because, it's got no reason to burn any. See if you have found anything. More plastic, nice. I think Caterium's a scannable resource now. Can I scan for that? I'm guessing the nearest will be in that direction. No. It's 900 meters in that direction. Near the edge of the map. Interesting. I kind of want to head over here. And of course, let me refill the plates and rods that I used. Mm-hmm. Oh. My roommate didn't pick up, but they said good morning. What? What? You gotta get closer to the mic if you wanted to pick up. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh. I see. In order to access it, I have to build. Hi. You're one of those extra aggressive ones.
Mr. Beast.
The what?
Hood Mr. Beast.
No.
What Mr. Beast Bunny?
Okay, so I'm guessing it's going to be on there. Possibly? There's copper on that.
The cat is trying to knock over her bowl. If we eat cereal, she wants some too.
Yeah, it's right there. I see. So guys, you're free to chase me if you want. Huh?
You were online or a little bit?
Somewhere in the middle.
Bye.
Aha. I need sulfur, don't I? Oh. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, I survived, I can't complain, but it's really? Thank you.
Welcome.
I forgot we had cereal. So I got cereal. Impure, 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 and impure. You guys are getting wow, aggressive. Alright, well, we're gonna run home now. Never exploring again. Terrible decision. Thank you. Finding Caterium was the worst decision of my life. Once I get Steel, which should be tier 3. Not tier 3, no, it should be tier 3. I think in order, it's coal generation, vehicular transport, coal generation. Not coal generation, steel generation. And you are still... Oh, hang on. Not you. You are still going. Slowly. Let me see if the doggo has found anything. Who I named Turbo after the first item it found, the turbo engine, or turbo motor. Where is Turbo? There you are. I saw your head poke over the hill. Behind the giant bouncy giraffe. Spitter remains. I'll take it. I didn't even notice the cat there.
What? She hasn't even stepped on. Run! Run while you can, cat.
She's looking at me confused.
I would too.
Like, why are you telling me to run? She's so cute. She's tickles.
Can I?
Ruby.
Have I already researched quartz? I have not. Good to know.
Big. She's like there's something.
I will finish the research as soon as I get my spitter remains from Turbo. Hello there. I knew it was a Lego movie reference. Oh, I need Hatcher remains.
Was a previously unknown variation
That's
of
like the one I
quartz
don't feel
with
like getting.
really large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies.
She said, give me more pets, or she will end your stream.
I'm gonna take a bite of my food now.
She said, she will jump in your lap and drink the milk.
How goes the concrete production? And I also need sulfur, but I can't yet search for it, only quartz. So maybe while I wait for the final smart plating, I will potentially take a look at... Okay, those are all towards the forest. I'll build the space elevator. Uh-oh. That wasn't the concrete one, was it? Ah, it was. I can't have that one shutting off on me. I need it for the smart plating. Well, I suppose you can take 100. That should last me 25 minutes, which is exactly what I need for the remainder of these. Actually, I only need 12.5 minutes.
Leather's bothering me.
I can tell.
This keeps up. I don't know if I could be non-sick. It's gonna be stuffy all year round.
Eternal stuffiness. Okay, let me see if I can find sulfur. Actually, let me build the space elevator and then see if I can find sulfur. That's too far out. Head over here. Nice. We got the space elevator built up. And I'm just gonna let this do its thing.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore, and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down.
Let's go. Hello there. I suppose I want to go that way. Because I also see something of interest on the map that looks like water. I can never avoid you guys, can I? Down there would be that way, which probably leads into the Red Forest. And up here, hello, hello, and welcome to the stream. I think I know exactly what spot this is. How many hits does it take? Yeah, exactly. For this run, I have pretty much gotten to the end of phase 1. I have the smart plating running in assemblers right now. I'm attempting to get sulfur so I can get explosives once I hit phase 2. I'll also take the extra quartz. Or as I like to keep calling it, amethyst. Oh, hello. I don't have any... Okay. I am going to mark this. Previous run, I am pretty much at the end of phase 2. I have to get various factories done though. Particularly, I think reinforced iron plates, I need a better factory for that. Oh, yeah, I'm not messing with that guy. It's too late. Let's head this way. I also need a more efficient rotors farm factory. And I need iron plates, or not iron plates, modular frames to begin with. I have some inefficient variants of all three, but I'm also trying to move everything to a platform I have in the sky in that one. Okay, this looks like a good source of water. You look like a problem, though. Let me fix that.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and
There we go.
potential countermeasures.
Yes, that is actually most of the reason I went exploring to reach water. Oh, hi. Oh, you're one of those annoying ones. Oh, you're also one of the small ones. I don't have to worry about it.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
I was looking at this one. I also know where it is, and I'm not too excited to get there. It's very far down, I believe. Also, I kind of ran into something along the way, and it turned my direction down to the other water source. I'm not a fan of dealing with that guy over there. Okay, I evaded that guy, so now I'll head this way. Oh, wait. This is different. Oh, hang on. I know where this is. I'm gonna head this way now. This is not the area I was thinking it was. I'm above the area. I'm gonna head around this way to head down. Hopefully steadily. I kinda need this for research purposes. Hi.
Potential edible collected. Reminder
Um,
that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it, does not mean it won't eat you. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
there we go. Problem solved. Are there 4 coal veins in this area? I didn't think there were. Not that. Not that. No. M. Okay. We're heading straight down this way. Okay, so I still need sulfur. That's good to know. There. That's right. The coal is just up that way, I think. I remember the first time I played this map. This is kind of where I set everything up, was in this water thing here. And that's Caterium. There's no need to find the coal before reaching the coal plant, because I think once I reach the coal plant I can just search for it anyway. If I head up here... Oh, so I could also use it for steel. Goodbye. Hang on. Oh, you're gonna go on that side, that's fine. I suppose I'll take care of you the old-fashioned way. I think I used the pure iron vein last time, but I'll explore more of that area once I get phase 1 completed. The one reason I'm not too fond of that spot is the fact that it's a crater. So if I want to go in and out, there's only one way to do so. Okay, this is about the same area. Or I guess there's 2 ways. Yes, if I move back towards the waterfall, and then I move across the other side. I believe that's where the pure iron vein was, as well as normal limestone. Could you not? And I think there's a normal copper vein over there in the forest a little bit. I want to say just 200 meters away from the pond is where I last found it. Interesting. I ended up quite high in the sky. I'll cheat just a little bit until I get better limestone. That should be okay. Oh, never mind. Not okay. I was gonna build my way across instead of finding a way down. So not actually cheating, but not traveling the terrain as intended. And look at that. Through that exploring, which was unnecessarily dangerous, I finally have what I need for the space elevator. I don't know why I stopped myself in the middle of that sentence. Have you found anything for me? Yes, you have. More cooling systems. We're just gonna throw this in here.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed.
I like staying organized.
After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production,
Fix-It can't stop me
smart
from staying
transportation,
organized.
and many more. Completing Phase 2 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore and exploit for a better Fix-It future.
And we're gonna watch the space elevator fly. That is true. Nice.
Phase 1 of Project Assembly.
Now I can head towards the hub
This
and
is
start
only the beginning of Project
upgrading.
Assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder, not only is Fix-It saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies. It is statistically likely that you appreciate the continued existence of kittens and/or puppies. Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for Fix-It. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of Project Assembly.
I was right. Coal power, vehicular transport, and then basic steel production. Vehicular transport is kind of useless without coal power, so I suppose we're gonna start with coal power. And I think I have all the resources I need. Almost. I definitely need more of these. Let me turn on the generators. I could see hypertubes being useful. I hate setting them up though. They're quite annoying to set up. There. I've used one hypertube in my life. It was to move up and down a platform. Okay, I'm almost there with rotors. I think the problem is, in order to run this, I need a lot more biomass. Or I'll just manually craft the remainder that I need for coal power. That is a terrible idea. I'll take some from the concrete. Hang on. You don't need all that. Oh. I've never tried that. I think I'll get a parachute and then try that. Ah, right. I need to destroy the environment. And that way I only need to power one end, which also solves the transporting power problem that I also don't feel like dealing with. Okay, so kinetic energy doesn't exist. Good to know. Okay, I guess. Now I'll just head to the... I don't even know what to call it. I have a thing up here where I just throw things into a system and it makes biomass because I'm too lazy to craft it myself. Or solid biomass, I should call it. Unfortunately, I'm stuck manually crafting biomass because I'm too lazy to make 2 more constructors. But that should be fine. I've noted it's actually not too difficult to craft biomass. It gets worse when I have to craft solid biomass. This stuff here. And since this is quick and I spend most of my time waiting for machines to keep up anyway, I figured I would manually craft this. Also, when I set up this machine, I don't think I had, what do you call it? Splitters. Control clicking? Oh. That would have saved a lot of time. I didn't know that was a thing. That would have saved an absolute ton of time in like every run that I've ever done, which is 4. One of them is a multiplayer run though. If I'm to get a parachute, I need quartz. Specifically silica, I think. That's definitely not the right path. I need fabric. That's
Silica recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
I think I know exactly where to go. Actually, I probably do need Blade Runners. Let me see how close I am to that. I definitely need more quartz. Modular frames I'm not too excited for. Oh, never mind. I suppose this means coal power can wait. I'll just use the modular frames for this. I'm gonna eat through my reinforced plates. Terrible. That's fine. I have some crafting as soon as I get powered brought back to it. I think I'm definitely gonna need more anyway. Because I also need the materials to craft this thing.
Blade Runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered
Yeah.
the value to fix it.
I'll make the 4 modular frames now. Thankfully, that actually hasn't cut into the 150 reinforced plates. Unfortunately, I still need quartz, and I don't think I want to travel as far as I've been traveling, or I need to travel to get to the vein of it. So I'm gonna rely on finding... Oh, plastic. I'll take that for whenever I complete phase 2. But I think I'm gonna save that for when I get... I think it's called mycelia, something like that. And hope that I run into some quartz on the way. 87 plastic and I don't even have a way to properly produce it. Never mind. I have 27 right here. I forgot I got it from the doggo. Okay, slightly faster movement. Very beneficial. Thank you for the follow. I can now fly, kind of. I named that one Turbo as a reference to the first item it gave me. Turbo motors. I should be able to collect some... You know what? I don't feel like searching for the small ones. I'll cut them all down.
The fruit of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Chainsaws are very nice. What about these things? Whoops. Can I cut these things down? Oh, no, I can't. Those things just have to stay there. Now I just craft a parachute. Should be easy enough, I hope. Thanks for the input and, the tricks that I didn't know I could use. Let's see if Turbo got anything. I always have to check Turbo when I pass by. There. Now, I research this. And then fabric.
The
What's that?
mycelial networks
Oh.
of these fungi possess unusually resilient hyphae, which show potential for making a strong but lightweight natural fabric. Additionally, it has similar medicinal and pest control applications to mycelia on Earth.
Oh. My inventory is full. Huh. I will just, yeah, that couldn't be too... Actually, hang on. Okay. I'll take that. I do things strangely sometimes. Okay, fabric. And then I can get a parachute with 10 fabric.
Research completed. Fabric recipe unlocked. New mycelia research available.
Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. I need fabric in order to make that. Silica or... Oh, I can make biomass from mycelia? If I knew that, I would have done that ages ago. Fabric is not something I can craft yet. Despite the fact that it should be. It's right here. I definitely need biomass. That's fine. Not enough space in inventory. Let me throw that in a chest. Not a chest, a personal storage container. Don't need spitter remains at the moment. Don't need that anymore. Ten fabric. Nice.
Parachute unlocked. Fix-It appreciates your willingness to descend rapidly to perform your duties, but damaging Fix-It property is a breach of contract and will have unpleasant consequences. Improve descent efficiency by combining the forces of gravity and drag with a parachute.
I will definitely do that. Because I also don't like taking fall damage. Nice. I have not researched any of these.
This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available. This fruit, dubbed the paleberry due to its tendency to stay light in color even when ripe, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available. This mushroom, dubbed bacon agaric due to its uncanny resemblance to raw bacon, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available.
And I don't feel like doing that yet. I suppose I'll take those. Actually, hang on just a second. Let me craft a bunch of this. Neat, I guess. That's 4. I'd like 200 more, possibly. Just so I can run the one at max stack. Perhaps I do 150 instead, because I don't feel like waiting. Cool, I'll take motors. Okay, I will temporarily throw leaves on the ground. No, I would like to drag this line. And that keeps 50 for me. Just in case I need to use the chainsaw again. Nice. Now I should be getting more of these. And most importantly for this objective, more of these. 4 per minute. I should be able to last for about 50 minutes, which is pretty much an hour at this point. Hopefully that's enough time to get coal power set up completely. Hopefully. I'll take that. How are the wires doing? As expected, it's full, and I'm still short 40. Nothing a little manual crafting can't fix. I do a lot of manual crafting. It's a problem. I could just put storage there and not ever have to worry about manual crafting again. But I insist on waiting for faster equipment before I set anything in stone.
The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism hosting the larva of the flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Hatcher remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration.
Neat. I'm gonna go ahead and chuck you guys into here. And I'll chuck you guys into here as well. That works as well. Look at that, I already have enough. Now to check copper. I waited way too long to get these boots. These boots are awesome. They're definitely a struggle to use when you're first getting used to them and ziplining, because they kind of throw you. You're full. Nice. How about you? You've been going on for ages. Ah, the iron stuff must be full.
Milestone reached. Power production can now be fully automated by burning coal, which has been added to the resource scanner. Water
Nice.
is also necessary to run the coal-powered generator.
Unfortunately.
And require a network of pipelines to be transported from a water source. To assist with locating and identifying water, Fixit has compiled this guide. Water is a somewhat reflective liquid and it may have thick vegetation growing nearby. To test if something is water, try touching it. If it is not solid and does not corrode your suit, it is probably water.
Ah. Yeah. I definitely gotta go with this one just because there's the nearest coal to this one is over here. You know what else is over here? Caterium. But no water. I suppose I don't have a choice then. It will be this way. Let me make sure I have the materials I need before I head all the way down there. Realize I don't have what I need and then am forced to head all the way back. Whoops. Wrong button. Okay. So for this, I need more reinforced plates. I also need more cables, and I definitely need more rotors. As of This, I need copper pipes, and I'm definitely not using modular frames. Too much. Pumps, I need more rotors, of course. Pipes, I need a lot of those copper things. And the water excavator. I need a lot of rotors, as well as those copper pipes. Well, I'm gonna let those farms manage, and I'm gonna make an absolute ton of these. Will it be enough? I hope so. If not, I'm back to manual crafting. Because I'm not walking all the way back here. Perhaps this is the reason I want tractors. As much as tractors might be slower than flinging myself into the air, I still have to experiment with that. I can have them automatically move from point A to point B and deliver resources. Which is what I'm actually saving modular frames for. But before I can get modular frames, I need coal power because I'm tired of running 7 biofuel burners, or biofuel generators, just to keep power to all my machines. If there's any big mistake I made, it's running that many biofuel generators. Have you gotten anything for me? You have not. I will absolutely take more cables. And more of these, just in case I need to craft more cables. Okay, that's about to stop. I'll take those. Definitely these. I'm gonna need them. And definitely these. I think my biggest needs are down here. Why is that not running? Something isn't running here, and that's problematic. Those are running at 66%. I have an entire plate farm not being powered. And here I was thinking my farm was somewhat efficient. Ah, once this filled up, it stopped. Okay. Well, now I'm actually getting the right amount of things. Before, I was only getting a third of what I needed, which explains why those were only running at 2/3 effectiveness. Anyway. That's a problem because that's kind of crucial for the next step, which was modular frames. Although I'll probably get steel production, advanced steel production, and then rush Mark II or Mark III logistics, as well as Mark II miners. This way. Oh, look at that. I would actually like to do that and then throw that on the ground. Nope, he ran. Hello there. I'm gonna chuck this on the ground real quick. Definitely did not see it. Maybe I get closer. Hello there. That wasn't me. I think the cat knocked something down. Oh no. And I had him and then it ran. Uh-oh. And a fuse blew. Take it. Take it. Not moving. Take it. Turn around. Head towards me. I'm not moving. Take it. Nice. And I have this marked on the map. It's a little far. It's fine. I'm so glad I get to do this. I probably should have parachuted down, but I don't care. That was fun. That's what she wants you to think.
No, literally.
Okay. Ew, it's a spitter. First step, I place an excavator. Possibly two. I'm gonna go with one for now.
That may
Second
indeed
step.
be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
That's the plan. I mean, I just took a swim in it, so I guess not.
Yeah.
I disagree.
She went to the veticle.
Fix-it pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary for coal-powered generators. Note, water
Come here.
does not flow upwards by itself. While water extractors provide some lift, to truly defy gravity, consider the use of pipeline pumps.
The lower door got stuck and it fell.
Oh.
So she's gonna be.
Where is that nearest coal? Right over here. You know, I realize now that I actually forgot to... Oh, this one has the boulder on it. Where? Two? Normal, that's 60 coal per minute. That should definitely be fine. $60 per minute only needs a Mark 1 belt. Let's say I wanted to do this. No, terrible. Unnecessarily long belts, let's go. And to avoid clipping, we'll do that. That's fine. Oh, look at that, coal. This should definitely be enough to temporarily power the generator. It might not even be temporary. Nice. 80 coal out of that. Not bad. That was just a rock on the side of a tree. And I got 80 whole pieces of coal out of it. I'm gonna throw you in here. I suppose I should create a biofuel burner. Biomass burner, same thing. I could probably, yeah. Its max consume is only... It said it can go up 10 meters, I shouldn't have to worry about it. You're gonna fill up first. Okay, fair enough. I suppose that's enough reason to push this through now. There we go. Problem solved. Once the generator fills up, which is about now we're not worried anymore. Yep, figures. And now water's in the system. Issue is this is only only producing 75. I think all my machines together are probably using somewhere close to 200. Also, coal is kind of just getting here. How much coal is this burning per minute? 15 per minute? So I could split this between 4. While that's running, since that should last endlessly. How is my concrete? I don't have any concrete. Alright, well I'll let this run for a little bit. Figure out how much power I need. Maybe use that as a backup. And then set a better coal generator up. What are you doing back here? That's another cave here. Oh. This one's kind of big, I guess. Wait. They're connected? That's kind of insane. That's 22. Minus that, I actually don't even need that. That's still 22. Okay. This entire system, yeah, it's gonna be about 300. Speaking of, I actually needed to head over here and figure this one out. 479 concrete, that's quite good. Let's take 3, we'll shove 25 in here just so I can get more concrete later. I wonder if I can, no, just a little too high. That's fine. Oh, nice, more pipes. Vehicular transport. Quite the expensive one. This isn't actually burning anymore, so that's quite a bit. $16? Okay, that's fine. I might need more copper. I think I definitely need more rotors. Definitely need more cables. Let me get rid of what I definitely don't need for this project. That. All these screws are unnecessary. These are unnecessary. Probably don't need that many, actually. Never mind, let me keep them. That's unnecessary, that's not unnecessary, never mind. That's not necessary just yet. There you are. Have you found anything? Not yet, okay. I won't name you yet then. Is that sulfur? That's limestone. I want to get it before the other one notices me. Alright, I'm out.
The effigy has no song, only echoes, but it is part of a river. Why does the effigy avoid the windows?
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
Interesting, I guess. Okay. Now what I want to do... Kinda want to push some foundations across here. And, I'm gonna say down this way. Okay. And this should potentially give me the water excavators. Hopefully. That one's temporary to keep that powered. Because if I have coal power in here, I can move it. Or I can use that to power the rest of these. maybe what I do instead is move up here. Yes. Shouldn't be too high up. So, should work out fine. I'll go further over that way whenever I need to. That only clips a tiny bit. Nice. Now, exactly how much space do cold plants take up? I suppose I'll only use 10 for the time being. 3. And that one clips a tad bit more. That could be problematic. Definitely want that to be 10. There. Now that barely clips. Coal generator. Can fit here. Later, of course. Actually, I suppose that would work on the bottom here. Ah, I see. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Okay, and then you should go right in the center. Somewhere about... Now you should be directly centered, yes. Okay. Chuck you right there for the time being. I need rotors. Not that, that. Okay, real quick. I am going to power this down. Unfortunately, it was built in a location where coal generators were blocked. Is it safe to assume this will work?
Interesting, most pioneers already had coal power set up by this point because they understood their responsibility to humanity.
For the record, I
Adjusted
did.
Pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder, coal-powered generators require coal.
Except temporarily, I don't want that. Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't get that speech when I first unlocked, or when I first got a coal generator set up. And this is in the way of clearance. Here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this and chuck it as accurately as I can. Cool. That means that's set up correctly. And I'm missing iron sheets. Okay. You need to have at least 100, I want to say. Maybe 75? That's fine. And go. Now you're gonna start to fill up. Yep, problem solved. And now you're out. Yeah, thought so. Oh, hang on. And then you'll go right after this line. Oh, I can make all three. Cool, I guess. Can I make a fourth? No. But if I make all three, I'm missing the rotors for that. Yeah, okay. Um... Now you can fill up completely. I'm missing plates. Okay. it's about time to head back now. You know what would be absolutely legendary right about now? Some sulfur. And here's my case for saying sulfur. In order to get that deuterium... Hello there. I need explosives. Silica. Your name is Silky now. Somehow I might have took a wrong turn. That's fine. Anyway. If I get explosives, I can get deuterium, automatically craft up some quick wire, and then I can make my favorite method of transport. The zipline. Don't worry about me, just building power lines through your territory. You missed. That has to be the plates and rotors farm that just broke on me. Can I? Oh, I can. Now imagine ziplining across that. That would be awesome. For now, I'll accept parachuting, though. Alright, I'm gonna go up and around here. Just to make sure that spot's got a nice zipline spot from it. Of course, it is a little bit defended and occupied. Oh, don't tell me that was too strong on it. Yeah, definitely too strong. I need at least 210 for that. That's fine, because that's full, which means I can make more. They were all full, which is kind of cool. That explains why it didn't break. Let's head this way again. And let's see if I can't add just enough to get more power. Alright, you're getting water now. I suppose you could have coal. But before I can actually do anything, I need to get a few things set up. Did I ever? I did, okay. I'll add another one in there later. I actually have to get this next coal generator in here. And this is where things get a little bit risky. Okay. And both of them are gonna lose here in just a second. Just until that fills up in the center. And then it goes slightly over the top. That is lined up with this center. Let me actually take this out real quick. There we go. Hey, you know what I realized? This guy over here connects to that, and it should also connect to this. It's gonna be kind of in between there. Right there. There we go. Now I've got 225, which should be capable of connecting those two back up. Yes. No, it's not. We're just a tad bit short. One, two, whoops. And 3. I'm missing copper sheets. Well, I suppose I saved this for a reason. All I have to do is just craft these into, I think, 12 more sheets. I'll start with 6 for now, though. Wait a second. It should line up, right? No, it won't line up now. Huh. So this one shouldn't go here, but rather here. Because if I do put that one there, I guess then these two would be sharing, and I guess that would be fine. But it'll definitely be after I get these 3 running. So this would go every other one, so 1 here. And 1 here. And we take this. And then, of course, this one, same thing. This needs to fill up. Nice. And I need to wait for all of them to fill up. I'm also going to need another thing of coal. Normal. Hi. And this one's normal. I guess the pure vein is the one with the rock on it. Real quick, let's go to the workshop. craft up 2 of these. I'm out of plates again. Problematic, but I suppose I could head up and get more. And I might have to split this into a 2-part stream, just because coal generation's kind of taken so long. Got until... I want to say I've got another 15 minutes before it reaches the point of being too long. That means I need to hurry up and finish the coal.
Agreed. You got another 15 minutes.
15 minutes. So there is other things I want to do today.
You have to do. I'm joking.
Hang on. I want to get a good launch. There we go. I actually want to head that way because that's where my iron is. One of those things is setting up for the next week streams. There's actually something in progress being made for those. Or like a schedule of a sort, I guess I would say. Let me get more concrete, because I might need it. There we go. Then I'll head all the way back. Now I'm just gonna... Nice. And the reason I'm doing this is because I actually need more coal. I think 180 per minute should be enough to fuel... I want to say a total of... Let's see. 60 can fuel 4, so yeah, a total of 12. And a total of 12 generators is quite a bit. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this here. I'll lift it so it doesn't clip. And, that's much better. It's not clipping. No trees are in the way. Okay, it's back. Okay. Gonna get mergers. Could get away with just one, but there we go. You and you now have power. I sure hope I have a bunch of reinforced plates, because this is about to have to get replaced with Mark II. And I am absolutely using a ton of Mark II for this. Oh, cool. Now, thing is, this is still gonna back up, because Mark II can only maintain 120 items per minute, and I currently have 180 being pushed into the system. But this, that wasn't my coal generators, okay. This 180 per minute, or 120 per minute, is now able to fuel up to 8 coal generators, which was the primary intention with that. I don't need these here. There we go. And I suppose since these are full, I can start connecting them up to their generators. Shove you there. You there. Insufficient materials. Okay, let's make more. How much is it? 5? And I need... I want to say 4, so I'm gonna need 20 sheets. I don't think I have enough to make 20 of them. Not without finding nearby copper and harvesting that up myself. And we're running down to about 7 minutes, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Assuming copper's close by, which I think it is. "300 meters that direction, so it's across the river. I know exactly where it is. It's right by the iron that's on the other side. And it's absolutely much faster than traveling all the way back. Look at that, pure iron vein right next to copper. Oh, of course there's 2 of you. Now, if I'm correct, if I need 20, I'm gonna need more than 20. Means I'll need approximately 20 more ore, because... Oh no, I would need approximately 32 more. Well, I'm gonna get maybe an entire stack of it or so. An entire 100. So I can make 50 more of those sheets, and that should be enough. We're just gonna sit here for a little bit. Not exactly sure what to say here. It's not like I have anything random to ramble about at this point. And it's not that I need it, because the time it took me to explain that I don't have it is also the time it took to get the 20. With extra pauses in my sentences, which I'm unnecessarily good at adding for some reason. But here's the issue. Now that I'm done mining the ore, I still have to turn it all into copper ingots. And while faster, that also still takes time. It gets slower when you realize that not only do you have to craft the ore into ingot, but you also have to craft the ingot into sheet. And my base is too far away from me to feel like worrying about already having the copper or transferring it over to sheets. Now I could make that copper vein a farm or a factory to get me sheets. However, that would also take time. I have approximately 5 minutes to get this system set up. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is probably the best method to do it. And I'll change the stream title after, or the VOD title, I guess. Put it to part 1. Then next time I play on this one, it will be a solid part 2. And then after I do part 2 of, I think it was coal power and vehicular transport, I'll focus on part 3. Not part 3. The 4th stream, which might be steel. I have to find a source of coal that's close enough to iron that I'm not already using for coal generators. And I don't have Mark III belts, so I'm thinking maybe I'll transfer over the one from back there temporarily to steel. It'll be less efficient than the steel I had in the desert, but you know, the desert's all the way on the other side of the map, way up here, so what I'm gonna do is focus on what I can focus on, and that is transferring pipes to... What do you mean pipe turns too sharply? There we go. And that's going to be transferring water. Let's let all these figure themselves out because they're all about to drain for a second until those pipes fill up. Now the flow rate is down again because the pipes are full. Wait for all these to fill up a second time. And then I can get you there and you there, which might empty them a tad bit. That's fine. See, when you're making pipes, you actually have to do it slowly because you need to make sure that no matter what happens, the pipes are filled up. If you make a pipeline that's too long, this will start draining and you won't have water to push through anymore because water will go into some kind of phantom invisibility where it just vanishes. We're going to put this here and then we're going to wait because this is draining. All of them are draining until that fills up. And you can even see which direction it's flowing. Right now it's flowing that way, which is really cool actually. But flow should be back and forth. As you see, it suddenly stops. Take this and then push it into here, and now it's gonna, that one's gonna flow there, that's gonna flow there. That one's already stopped flowing, which must mean it just doesn't feel like it. And later, maybe I'll try and push these up for a second layer of coal generators, but that isn't necessary, and when I do get there, I'm going to need a lot more coal for it. And that's if I don't switch to oil by then anyway. And look at that. Now they're all full. And I should take... And this is definitely more excavators than I need, by the way. Because this is producing 120 per minute. This is only using 50. Which means 4 of these is producing 480 water per minute. Which is enough to power... I want to say maybe 16 or so generators. Now all I have to do is connect up the coal. I was running on a slight failure to memorize. And in order to run the coal, I take this, and I do that for the remaining 4. I could power one more with the coal that I have, but that would require me to put 2 more generators with the layout I have out, because I would need another one of these on the other side. And I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm not going to. You happen to be level with there. You happen to be level with this right next to this line here, I want to say. I definitely misplaced that on the line. Yeah. You happen to be lined up, I want to say right next to this here, except I'm missing cables, which is fine. I'm also pushing overtime a little bit, but that's okay too. I'd like not to push overtime too much, but worst case scenario, I have to delay the stream planning until after tomorrow's stream, which is perfectly fine too. Let's see. Now that I have enough of these, you're lined up kinda right next to this line. I want to say right here. No. You're lined up a little... Are you lined up with it? Oh, you are. Okay. And you're lined up right after it. So you will push to there. And it seems I'm out of plates, but that's fine. We have 120 here, 60 there, so oh, never mind. That's not fine. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to run over here and grab enough iron to make the plates manually. You know, this probably would have been a better starter location, because I could have cut down these trees and used it as biofuel. With each one of these that I mine, it's 2 plates. I'm not sure how many I feel like making. I'll go with maybe 60 ore. Which is 40 plates. That should definitely be enough, right? Okay, so now I head back over here. Head up here. And I finished putting the plates in. Or not plates, oh, right, I have to make them first. This might take a little while. This is definitely large for an early game coal plant, but definitely small for a late tier 4 coal plant. But it's fine because the way I built this, I'm finally able to safely adjust it and build out. So I don't have to worry about any possibility of not having enough room to build more coal power. Now, if I'm correct, I don't think uranium is anywhere nearby. I'd actually be quite surprised if there was uranium in this location. I might have to travel into the Red Forest to get the first uranium. But, by the time that happens, I shouldn't have to worry about anything, really. Hopefully by that time I have a rifle. I'll hunt the, Oh, you're kidding me. I'm short 14 plates. I need 3 more. You know what I could use for 3 more plates? Actually, hang on. That's 4. Perfect. Now I should have all these coal generators running. In just a second. Of course, I don't think they're gonna do anything because I haven't hooked them up. You would go there. And you would go there. Nice. Now I have 450. And I'm wondering if that's because this is inactive. Yeah, 525. And it's out of power. I'm gonna shove 7 in here. 7 in here. 6 in there, 7 in here. That should be enough. Just until it starts to build up. Wow. I could do that. Of course, that doesn't answer the major question I have. Would it be a problem overlapping that? It doesn't look like it. Oh. Oh. Okay. I mean, I suppose maybe I should push it here and find out. So it does have a problem overlapping that. You can't just kind of merge it like that. That'd be cool if I could just merge it like that. But I suppose I have to go higher with it. Now, the one thing I'm noticing is for every 2 of these, it's 3 of these. So for every 240 water, I'm getting 150 used. Which means, theoretically, I could actually go up another level and not have to worry about it. Once again, those 2 are offline, but they're coming back. I just have to wait for it to fill up. Which... I'm very capable of just stealing coal from the belt and throwing it into the... I should be able to fill up a few of them with these. At least 2 of them. Maybe 3. It's getting backed up, so... that shouldn't be an issue. This one's full. This one's kinda close to full. This one's not close to full. Now it is. And then these are both going to be halfway full now. Nice. Now it should fill up over time. Like I said, I'm gaining 120, splitting it between 7 coal generators. If I just quickly do the math, that's 105, which means I'm still technically gaining. Actually, I should have just figured it. Never mind. I should be technically gaining 15 coal every minute with this generator. Obviously, that only that only takes an effect when these get full. So once all of these are full, essentially I'll get 120 through. it'll use 15 for each, and then 15 will remain, which means eventually those are going to start backing up 15 per minute. Except for that one. That one will start backing up 60 per minute shortly. But as you can tell, these are going down, but this one should be going up. Hang on just a second. 75, 74, what is going on? Okay. It's technically, this is technically filled up right here, but the storage, or the belt is technically not filled up. Once the belt gets filled up, that's when things will get better. Also, if I'm pushing 60 through here, that does actually limit. So let's Mark II belt the back here. Obviously we'll keep it Mark II until I get better ones. Okay, now it's able to push 120 through here, which means when that's full, 120 through here. When that's full, 120 through here. When that's full, 120 through here. And then from here, it should start losing 60, no matter what, because every 4 minutes, or no, it's 15 per minute. So every minute, 15's taken, 60 is taken out of the system, which means shouldn't be pushing through more than 60. But that's starting to get backed up now. Awesome. And then I'll start to see this get backed up. And then this will start to get backed up. But notice now it's actually finally going up. I didn't think about that at all. Technically, with that being 60, it was only pushing 60 through. So even if the first 3 were full, it couldn't actually push anything further. But that'll do it for part 1 of this one. I kind of forgot what I called it. Ah, yes. That'll do it for this one, where we focused on beginning tier 3 and next time it will be part 2, where I'll focus on the wheels part of the title. And I definitely should be able to connect this up now. Oh, that was barely any height at all. Come on. Okay, now it's at 260 out of 525. And then I'll connect all the rest of my systems, potentially add modular frames, and then get vehicle transport. But, yeah, I'll see everyone in the next stream. Until then, goodbye. I don't have a hotkey, so... Actually, hang on. Yeah. You guys can't see... Uh-oh. Yeah, it was in the, Steam menu, and apparently keep running when that happens. That is good to know. If I were to switch to the Steam menu, it'll keep, or will it? Okay, if I'm running and I switch to the Steam menu, yeah. No. That was weird. Maybe it's 50-50 or something like that. Anyway. I'll see everyone in the next stream. Goodbye.